Hello everybody, Styx here with the Token Minorities, bringing you another deck on Pokemon TCGO, and today's deck is centered around one of the more overlooked BREAKpoint EXs, Mega Scizor EX. And before I get into the deck, just a reminder that if you like this video or found it helpful in any way, please leave a like, drop a comment, maybe subscribe. It really helps us out and helps us really bring you more and higher quality content. But anyway, onto the deck. This is centered around Mega Scizor, 220 HP, steel with the Iron Crusher attack for 2 steel energy. You may discard a special energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon or a stadium in play. So it's really great for disruption, and it's a cheap attacker. You only use 2 and you hit for 120, so that's pretty great. And it's obviously one of the more overlooked ones. I haven't heard much hype about it at all, and that's rightfully so, because you have things like Mega Gyarados and Darkrai coming out. But Mega Scizor is very powerful in its own right. It's very good at disruption, but I'll get to that in a little bit. As for the Pokemon, we have 2 Shaman just for draw support. You don't really want to have too many on your bench just because, it clogs things up. So that's why we are only running 2. A 2-2 line of Zorua and Zoroark. Zoroark with the stand-in ability, basically Keldeo Russian, and also in a pinch makes a great backup attacker with Mind Jack. We are running 3-3 line of Bronzor and Bronzong just for some acceleration. You don't necessarily need it just because Scizor has such great, such cheap attacks with only 2. But it's always nice to just have one powered up on the bench in case one gets knocked out or something like that. And also we will be pairing Bronzong with Max Potion, which heals off all the damage. Goes great with it. You stand in with Zoroark, heal the damage off on Scizor, immediately put the energy back on with Max Potion, and guess what? Your Scizor is back attacking and completely fresh. We are running 3-3 of Scizor and Mega Scizor. Scizor actually is a good leadoff attacker because it can attack for 1, does Steel Wing, and only does 20 damage, but during your opponent's next turn, any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks is reduced by 20, so that's pretty great, actually. It's really not as great of an attack damage-wise, but it's a good little stall tactic to get a Mega Scizor out. It also has Gale Thrust. If this Pokemon was on your bench and became your active Pokemon this turn, this attack does 60 more damage. Even if Scizor was on your bench and you brought it out, it still does less than Mega Scizor for 2 energy. But you know what? It's a good attack if you don't have anything else out. So, on to the items. We are running 2 Battle Compressor just to get energy into the discard pile for our Bronzong and Mega Scizor. That's really it, and to maybe get a supporter or 2 in there. 1 Enhanced Hammer just because, I thought this deck screws over special energy so much with the attacks. Might as well have 1 item that does it too. Running 2 Level Ball for the Zorua, Bronzong, and Bronzor. 2 Max Potion, like I said, to heal all the damage off of Scizor and Mega Scizor, and then throw it right back on with Metal Links. 1 Super Rod just in case I overextend myself, which I have a habit of doing, and put too many cards in the discard pile, and all of a sudden I'm like, well, I don't have any energy. Well, Super Rod can just throw it right back in there. 1 Switch in case a Bronzong gets Lysandered out and we don't quite have a Zoroark ready to go yet. 3 Ultra Ball to get everything else out. 3 VS Seeker for just getting supporters back. Only 1 Lysander just because, while Scizor doesn't hit for that much, it provides enough disruption to where I don't necessarily always need Lysander. However, it is very helpful. But in lieu of an extra Lysander, I have an extra Birch. That really helps the draw support. I have found with Steel decks, you run yourself thin a lot because you go through your resources very, very quickly, and you don't always have guaranteed draw support. So I decided to forego 1 Lysander in lieu of a extra Birch. Running 3 Sycamore just because, Sycamore is awesome. 1 Skyla, actually I'm not even going to call it Skyla anymore. I'm just going to call it Fan Service because, they weren't even trying to hide it on that one. 3 Reverse Valleys, and this was a deck that, Reverse Valley isn't necessarily the greatest thing, but I thought that it'd be a good thing to try out just because, it allows your Steel Pokemon to take 10 less damage, and I thought, why not pair that with a Scizor who's already bulky enough to begin with in Disruption to where your opponent has to do extra damage and attach extra energy. So, that's why this is here. It's a double-edged sword because our opponent's Dark Pokemon will be able to do a little bit more damage, but I thought, I might as well try it out, just see how it does. And also, in a pinch, if you need 10 more damage with Zoroark, well, you can just use Reverse Valley to get 10 more damage with Zoroark because you have the darkness side of it. 2 float stones, really just for Zoroark, but maybe for a Bronzong if you need it. 3 Scizor Spirit Links, just for the Scizor, Mega Scizor. We are only running 2 of the special shield energy, just because these cannot be fetched out with Metal Links. I know that there was kind of a glitch going on with PTCGO, where you were able to fetch, I think, Double Dragon and these energy, but unfortunately, if you look at the wording of this card can only be attached to a Metal Pokemon, and it only provides Metal energy only while attached to a Metal Pokemon. So I mean, like, that's kind of the wording there. I mean, I don't know if they have completely fixed it yet for the shield energy, but I mean, that's why we're only running 2 and then 8 of the regular metal energy, just because those are what we attack with. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the deck list. So let's go ahead and see this deck in action. Alrighty, we have found one against Z Kroger's, who's running a pure water deck. I wonder, might be Mega Gyarados. That'd be pretty cool. I hope he's running like some Splash Energy and some DCEs. That way we can just get rid of those with Mega Scizor's attack. And we do win the coin flip, so that is great. We will get to go first. And I'm hoping we will start off with something good. I guess it could kind of maybe be worse-ish. I mean, I don't have any form of draw support, so that's a little unfortunate there. But what I can do is probably Battle Compressor away something, and then try to get a VS Seeker or something like that. Let's go ahead and start with the Bronzor, and then put the Zorua on the bench. And then I think I'm just going to level ball for another Bronzor this turn already. Let's put that there. See what my opponent's starting with. He does start with a Psyduck. And okay, we get something that we can work with. Let's go ahead and level ball, grab another Bronzor, play this here, go ahead and Battle Compressor, get rid of this, and this, get rid of 3 of those. Let's go ahead, and I don't necessarily know if I need to switch this turn. I don't think I do. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is Sycamore, hopefully get a Scizor. Yes, I do. I get that there. I get the Float Stone. Unfortunately, I don't get the energy, but I missed, but that's not as big of a deal because I can just go ahead and probably get a Bronzong next turn. So that will be, I'm hoping for a Bronzong and a Zoroark next turn. And so that'll be what I'm hoping for. If I can get that, then I will actually be able to knock out the Psyduck. It looks like he's running a Golduck Break deck. I'm wondering what else he is running. We'll probably see off this Dive Ball. Oh, we just see an Octillery, so that doesn't really tell us much, or not an Octillery, a Remoraid. But, I mean, it's going to be an Octillery at some point or another, probably. But that doesn't really tell us much, just because, I mean, Psyduck and, well, Golduck Break and Remoraid are both, Golduck Break and Octillery, wow, I can't speak, are both just kind of tech cards in these type of decks. So maybe this Dive Ball will tell us what it is. Okay, and it's a Kyogre EX, so we are going to probably be against a Primal Kyogre, I would think. I mean, that pairs pretty well with Bronzong. So what I am going to go ahead and do is go ahead and reverse Valley. Let's turn it this way so that our dark Pokemon get a little more. Do I want to basically undo what I did with the Battle Compressor? I don't think so. I'm just going to go ahead and Shaman for 2. See if we can get something off of it, and we do. We get the, okay, so we get a Ultra Ball and a Shaman. What I'm gonna actually do is Ultra Ball away the Shaman, grab a Zoroark, play the Zoroark onto the Zorua, Super Rod in 2 and the Shaman, get those back into my deck, and then go for a Sycamore to hopefully get some more stuff, and which we do. We get the Scizor Spirit Link, we get a Mega Scizor, and we get a Energy, and then I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball, get rid of these 2 to grab a Bronzong. I mean, I know I could grab a Shaman, but I have a Skyla in hand, and I kind of want to take a prize this turn. Let's go ahead and play down the Bronzong, go for the Metal Lynx, put this onto the Scizor. Let's go ahead and stand in. It's not Russian. I mean, I'm just going to say Russian just because, I mean, that's what it is. Then retreat and go for the Iron Crusher. And know what? I don't want to get rid of my stadium because, I mean, it's my stadium. But yeah, all right, we knock out the Psyduck and we're going to take a prize. See what we get. Oh, we get a VS Seeker, so it is better that I went for the Ultra Ball that turn. I'm wondering, my opponent will probably try to put us asleep with the Water Pulse. But the joke's on him. I have stand-in with Zoroark, so I will be able to just, I mean, heal that right off. Well, not the damage, but I will be able to heal the sleep right off. And actually, if I get a Bronzong this turn or a Metal Energy and he hits me, I will actually be able to, I could Max Potion this turn if I wanted to, but I don't think I do. This is why I like to have Zoroark, just because, I mean, you're able to stand in and then Metal Lynx onto bench stuff and then retreat. He goes for the Water Pulse, puts us asleep. I don't care if we stay asleep. We even wake up, so I mean, it's really not that big of a deal at all. We get the Metal Energy. What I am going to go ahead and do is, let's see. Let's go ahead and, you know what, let's go ahead and just Sycamore to see if we can get another Scizor going or something else, and then throw another Metal in the discard pile. We do get a Scizor and a Scizor Spirit Link, so I mean, that's something, I guess. Let's go ahead and evolve that. You know what? What do I have in the discard pile? I have 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go ahead and power up the Zoroark for a stand-in if I need it. Well, for a Mind Jack if I need it later. And yeah, I mean, it can't really hurt. So let's go ahead and do that. I have another Float Stone in my hand. I'm just going to hang on to that. Go for the Iron Crusher. I don't want to discard the Stadium in play, and I am just going to get a bunch of damage off on the Kyogre. I don't think there is any way he can knock us out at all. Even if he attaches a DCE and goes for a giant Whirlpool, I will just be able to get rid of it this turn. And I even have the Max Potion in hand, like I said, so I will be able to just rush in with Zoroark, Max Potion all the damage off, and then retreat back into the Mega Scizor for the knockout and a fresh Mega Scizor. So we'll see what my opponent does. I'm not sure he can do much of anything at this moment. He could hit us for 140, potentially 160, actually potentially 180. Okay, he does run the Max Potion as well, but he actually has to get rid of all his energy, so that's not necessarily what you want to see, well, per se. Because he won't be able to attack. He will just be able to attach one energy to the Kyogre, and it's just kind of a stall at best. He runs a Lapras. I don't... that might be his non-EX attacker in this deck. And okay, we do see the Manaphy, so he will be able to retreat into something if he wants. If I can get a Lysander, I can knock out some stuff, as he just goes into his Lapras. Okay, Lapras, so he can Primal Revert, I guess is what you would call it. You know what, let's just go ahead and Birch's Observations. I will be able to get a knockout this turn, so alright, we get that, and that. Let's go ahead and play the Battle Compressor to get rid of one. I don't think I will need the Enhanced Hammer, but let's go ahead and get rid of that. Do I need anything? I need everything else, kind of. It helps. I don't need the Enhanced Hammer, and I think that's all I'm going to do for now. And then I will go ahead and attach a Float Stone onto this Bronzong. Actually, I'm going to save it for now. So I'm going to go ahead and put a Shield Energy on the Scizor. I know I don't necessarily need it, but it would be nice for getting some damage. And I'm just going to go for the Iron Crusher right here. Don't want to discard the Stadium. And this way I just get rid of the Lapras to take a prize. And it was actually weak to Steel. Huh, that's cool. We get another Mega Scizor. So so we see that at least. I do see the Primal Kyogre. It will be able to. Okay, so he does have an enhanced hammer, so it's gonna be able to hit us next turn. I don't think there's any way he can hit us this turn. Does just Abyssal Hand right there. What I am more than likely gonna do is have. Will the Kyogre be my target for a Lysander if he decides to switch out? Probably. Although I might Lysander in the Manaphy just so he doesn't have free treat, and also it's a free prize. If I can get another Scizor going, that would be absolutely ideal. So if I get a VS Seeker, I am 100% going for an Ultra Ball, but it doesn't matter because my opponent just concedes. Scizor was able to provide too much pressure, and although we weren't able to discard any special energy or my opponent's stadiums. Well, actually, we did discard their Rough Seas, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, you saw how the deck works, and I'm just going to go ahead and try to find one more. Alrighty, we have found a second one against Depasa92 with a Steel deck as well, so if we're running into a mirror match, that would be really, actually kind of awesome. We do win the coin flip, so that means we will get to go first. Yes, we do want to go first. And actually against a Steel deck, Scizor might be able to shine a lot more just because of the whole discarding energy thing. Discarding special energy, because Steels require a lot of special energy, and, well, they require DCEs more often than not. So, we shall see. I have no other basic Pokemon. My opponent does not. So we do see a Bronzor. We see a Zorua. I'm going to go ahead and play this. Play this onto the Scizor. Play this here. Go for a level ball. Grab a Bronzor. And I'm actually going to sit on my hand for now. I think. Yes. Wait, will I? Maybe. I think just because I want to have I want to be able to evolve the Zorua next turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and just sit for now. Hopefully we'll be able to get heads on the Birch's observations next turn, but I do like the fact that I will be able to evolve into the Zoroark next turn and play a Reverse Valley. Okay, so he's playing it too. I think we actually are in a mirror match, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. So my dark attacks are gonna do 10 more, so that's cool. And he does have a Sycamore, so he doesn't seem to have much of anything for now. We see a Heatran, that doesn't really tell us much. We see a Trainer's Mail. I'm really wondering what type of Steel deck this is. So, okay, so we are actually in a mirror match. That is so cool. This is the first other Scizor deck that I have run into, and so I'm actually pretty psyched about this matchup. So, I mean, we'll see what my opponent does. He's probably just going to level ball for another Bronzor. It doesn't look like he is running the Zoroark, so we will see what he does with that. And I will actually be able to discard a Reverse Valley for a Reverse Valley, which, I mean, is I think that's pretty next level. Let's go ahead and play this onto the Scizor. Discard the Reverse Valley with a Reverse Valley. Wait, shouldn't it have asked me which way I wanted to play it? Oh, well, looks like TCGO is probably glitching up again. I mean, that thing's just sitting there. So, oh, wait, what? I played it down, but okay. I honestly don't know what exactly is going on. I mean, TCGO is apparently glitching. So what I am going to do is just go ahead and, let's see, how much HP does he have? 130. So I will be doing 110 next turn more than likely. So you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and Gale Thrust. Get 40 damage on it. That way I can, I guess, discard later. So, I mean, so apparently TCGO doesn't like Reverse Valley trying to discard Reverse Valley or something like that. Yeah, that is definitely a bug that I'm going to report later. But okay, he does get heads off the Birch, which is really nice. We do see the Aegislash, so we do have to keep in mind that we will have to not play any special energy if we want to take this guy out. And my opponent even got a Shaman, so that's a really, really nice start for him. If I get a This Pokemon was on the bench and became your active Pokemon this turn. So actually, Scizor, I just realized, has some pretty solid synergy with Zoroark because you can rush in, retreat, and I believe Gale Thrust will be able to do 110. So that'll be pretty legit. He'll be able to hit us with a Gale Thrust this turn. So that's something to look out for a little bit, unless... Oh, right, he can't retreat. So, that's a bit unfortunate. Let's just go ahead and Professor Sycamore, hopefully. Can we Sycamore, please? I would like to. Thank you. I would like to discard my hand. Alright, we do see the Ultra Ball and the Battle Compressor. What I am going to do is go ahead and play... Actually, what I think I can do is Battle Compressor, get rid of some more energy. 1, 2, and I don't like the special energy will not be helping us much this match. So let's go ahead and I think I'm going to do something rather cheeky here, just because I want to see if this works. I'm going to stand in, and then I'm going to switch, and then go for a Gale Thrust, see if it... Yes, it does. Okay, so that does work. Awesome. Don't get the Float Stone, not a big deal, but we do get to take a prize card. I will be able to get a Mega Scizor next turn. And okay, my opponent's just going into his Bronzong because he has, the ability to Metal Links, probably onto the Aegislash, I would guess. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He does just Sycamore away, a Mega Scizor. Apparently he didn't have the Scizor Spirit Link, which he has right there. And we'll be able to Mega Evolve into a Mega Scizor, so we will actually be able to two-hit KO each other, which is pretty neat, actually. So he will go for the Ultra Ball, get rid of 2 cards, and I will... Okay, he brings out another Aegislash, so that's pretty interesting. Hopefully he plays a Special Energy at some point, because then I want to get rid of it within my Enhanced Hammer. But, oh well. He does just hit us for 120. I will be able to get a Mega Scizor this turn. I actually don't even have to. What I can just do is that, Ultra Ball, get rid of the Enhanced Hammer and the Birch to grab a Bronzong. Yes, I would like to select Bronzong, please. Please, can I select Bronzong? I would very much like to select Bronzong. I hate when TCGO does this. It's been having login problems all day. I had to wait a couple hours actually to be able to record this because TCGO was having problems. So let's just see if Bronzong is ever selected. I'm just going to do a quick lag test. Okay, yeah, TCGO is lagging really badly. So we just have to unfortunately sit here and wait. Please, I would like to click Bronzong. No, well, at least we can take this time to look through our deck. Let's just show all cards, see what we've got. I don't know why it's giving me the inactivity timer. Like, this is really kind of dumb. So I think I'm gonna lose this match simply because TCGO is not letting me do this. And yep, we lose. Well, actually, we don't lose because even though there's 0 seconds remaining, it still. I don't understand what is going on. TCGO just apparently does not like me at this point, so I don't know what to say, but I think that is actually going to, unfortunately, be the video. You got to see this deck in action a little bit, got to see what it can do, and unfortunately TCGO decided that it did not want me recording the rest of my match, so I think I'm actually just going to end the video here on a cliffhanger because TCGO decided to kick me out. So, and there it is. Sorry about the skip just then, guys. I paused the video to try to figure out what was going on to see if I could continue my match, but apparently TCGO does not have its act fully together, and yeah, so it didn't want me to finish my match, but you were able to see how the deck works and really what it's capable of. It's not exactly the most competitive deck, but it is very fun nonetheless, and I had fun playing with it. So, hope you guys found this video informing or interesting, and also kind of shows what TCGO still has to work out. But yeah, that was the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And this is Styx signing out. Why not? See you guys.